Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Sanders, and this is Watch Our Sci. Today's little vest pocket video is about the what appears to be the slow death of a great watch company, primarily Leroy. Uh, there's a lot of history to it that goes all the way back to the time of Abraham Breguet and Louis Leroy, who the namesake for this company. Let's take it back to about 2001 when things looked to be turning around for El Leroy. They won the 2001 men's prize at the Grand Prix d'Horlogerie de Genève. And the caliber was L5511, but it may have been a Frederic Piguet. Frederic Piguet, particular one used with a chronograph, was popular. Vacheron Constantin, Audemars Piguet were using it. So that's sort of one of the hunches of what this movement in fact was. But that's okay. It won. I mean, it being judged by the top watchmakers in the world, so they have a pretty good idea what it is. And it was called the El Leroy Automatic Chronograph, and like I said, it won the award. So that was, so things were looking up. Now, at the same time that was introduced slightly before it, there was something that they had called the El Leroy Grand Osmior. And this watch was entered as in the jewelry category, and it got clobbered in the same Grand Prix because compared to what else was there, this diamond-studded Vacheron Constantin Lady Kala won that time. But it was a beautiful watch, and this was the one I had. Lots of gold, guilloche, blued hands, beautiful dial. Everything about it was nice, except when you open it up, there's this little bitty ETA 7001. It's a hand-wound watch. It worked okay, but they had led me to believe that most likely it was a Frederic Breguet. It wasn't. So I loved this watch and was mad at it all the time. Eventually I traded it, but it had some beautiful workmanship. Now, in 2015, it looked like, well, hey, here's another possibility that El Leroy is on the comeback trail. They created their own movement, and they had done this in the past. I mean, it goes back from 1900 until 1989. El Leroy had the most complex watch in the world, finally supplanted in 1989 by Patek Philippe, and then it was further supplanted by Vacheron Constantin around 2015, 2016, sometime in that time period. But it was a big deal. So, I mean, this was not some little Rudy Poo watch company, but, major watch company. The original Leroy made watches for, among other people, Marie Antoinette. So in 2015, they came out with this Osmior Chronomet Observatore. This is a true chronomet. Now, the chronomet measurement was done in Besançon in France, rather than the CCOSC in Switzerland. Nothing wrong with the one in France. Okay, so they came out. They made this caliber L 200 AL. I don't know what the AL stood for, but then they had this watch. See, at 9 o'clock, there's a little, that's a power reserve indicator. I guess when it turned red, it was like time to wind your watch. Beautiful watch. They came out with several different dials for it, but they only made one of the movements, and it turned out to be way too expensive to reproduce. It was a beautiful movement. It's hand wound, 98 hours, frequency of 18,000 BPH, 2.5 hertz. Had hours, minutes, and jumping seconds. I mean, it was a fabulous watch. But then they decided, well, it's too expensive for us to produce, so they made one and made it for and entered it into the one watch auction. And that was really I mean, this is like 5 years ago now. And they haven't changed the website. They were originally El Leroy. Well, they went through a number of changes, I think. But Festina bought them a few years ago, changed the name to Leroy from El Leroy. But nothing much has happened since then, and they haven't seen much new. This was sort of a stillborn design, unfortunately. But anyway, so it's sort of like hanging in there. I hope that they are somehow revived and make some beautiful watches again. In the meantime, it seems to be losing life one drop of blood at a time. Let me know what you think. I'd like to hear your opinion. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Sci, the Art and Science of Watch Collection. If you'd like to subscribe, you're more than welcome.